hustle and bustle of Christmas is here. There are flakes in the air, there is snow on the ground, and it's telling me, boy, it's time to get out of town.
So long to you all, be seeing you Sven. When spring comes around, I'll be with you again. I bought me a ticket, I'm ready to go on a 320 Airbus to Mexico.
So bring on the laughter and bring on the cheer. The holiday season is finally here. A nip in the air, I can see my own breath. At times I could swear that I was freezing to death. The holiday's in, but I'm on my way out. 'Cause keeping me warm is what I'm dreaming about. Up there in Wisconsin, it's 20 below, but I'm decking my halls down in Old Mexico. Novel is in my hand. My old swimming trunks, they are all full of sand. My luggage is landed in North Idaho, but I really don't care. I'm far away from the snow.
I've got an umbrella so I won't turn pink. Another umbrella's on top of my drink. I'm loving the cold and I'm loving the ice, 'cause it's filling my glass with a big lemon slice.
So bring on the laughter and bring on the cheer. The holiday season is finally here. A nip in the air, I can see my own breath. At times I could swear that I was freezing to death. The holiday's in, but I'm on my way out. 'Cause keeping me warm is what I'm dreaming about. Up there in Wisconsin, it's 20 below, but I'm decking my halls down in Old Mexico.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to all of our virtual audience members out there. From the Jamp Theater, the Pablo Center presents a heaping helping of Christmas Cookies, a locale band. Where's my rim shot when I need it?
I was handing off the bass.
Oh, sorry. Thank you. Let's get right to it. Introducing the starting lineup. On the keyboard, over to my right, he'll be playing a number of different instruments on the way. This is Ken Rogers, no relation to the famous one. You can only wish about that. Standing behind me, standing tall, our good buddy on the bass, and you also heard him on the trumpet. This is our friend Mr. Bill Simon. At the drum set and playing a number of other instruments as well. The youngest member, oh, I hate to say that, but the youngest member of our group by far is Mr. Scott Benson. Standing across from me up in front here, of course, is our lead singer and guitarist. And this is the Mad Irishman himself, Mr. Patrick McGuinness. And that leaves me, the oldest member by far. The old Swede, Warren Hermanson. And by the way, all five of us are public school teacher retirees. We are here to have a little bit of fun with some of the Christmas trappings that sprout up as things go on. Things like Santa Claus, shopping, family get-togethers, and of course, the Wisconsin weather. That first tune, for instance, is dedicated to all of you snowbirds who run for cover as soon as the first snowflakes falls. And now we're going to ask Bill back behind me there to take over, and he's going to tell you all about our shopping woes. Take it away, Bill.
2, 3, 4. When I was young, my daddy said to me, "You'll never get to eat your lunch for free. So spend a little, save a lot, and never spend more than you got. Never lend and never borrow.
Be broke before tomorrow.
Should have paid attention from the start, but I was young and feeling pretty smart. So now my money's plasticized and all my troubles drasticized. I'm finally taking Daddy's words to heart. My MasterCard don't live here anymore. I pumped it dry, it bled to death, I willed it to a store. I robbed Lord Peter, paid no Paul.
He left him in a shopping mall.
My MasterCard don't live here anymore. Plastic put me into high finance, a man of instant wealth and circumstance. Living high and fancy free, my daddy's words were not for me. Living in the land of plenty.
Interest rates of over 20.
When they raised the limit I could spend, I figured they considered me a friend. So in a very friendly way, I signed another year away. My good fortunes never seem to end. My MasterCard don't live here anymore. I pumped it dry, it bled to death, I willed it to a store. I robbed Lord Peter, paid no Paul.
Left him in a shopping mall.
My MasterCard don't live here anymore. The bills from MasterCard began to mount, stacking up so high I couldn't count. So Visa and Discovery became the only cards for me, twice as much as I can earn.
Come boop, you'll never learn.
Then one day the bank said, here we are. We want your boat, your TV, and your car. We'll just come in and look around and take whatever's not nailed down. I realized I'd finally gone too far. My MasterCard don't live here anymore. I pumped it dry, it bled to death, I willed it to a store. I robbed Lord Peter, paid no Paul.
Left him in a shopping mall.
My MasterCard don't live here anymore. The problem that I had was plain to see. That plastic money got the best of me. So I exercised my self-control and dug myself a little hole. Put it where it won't be
My
found.
master's in the cocoa ground.
From now on I'll pay the going rate. I should be clear sometime in 28. So salesman, if I hear you say you'll give me 90 days to pay, you'll find me hiding in another state. Well, I wouldn't really leave Wisconsin because I love Wisconsin. Where else but in Wisconsin can a guy stumble out of a bar on a Friday night, downtown Eau Claire, go into the public library and say, I'll have the fish fry. And the librarian says, sir, you're in the library. He goes, oh, I'll have the fish fry. My MasterCard don't live here anymore. I pumped it dry, it bled to death, I willed it to a store. I robbed Lord Peter, paid no Paul.
Left him in a shopping mall.
My MasterCard don't live here anymore. My MasterCard don't live here anymore.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We all have our traditional holiday recipes. We all wait with great anticipation for all the wonderful ingredients that will make up our holiday season. It'll make it even better. Sometimes relatives have some unique ideas that we may find interesting. This is a ballad of a great holiday tradition that even includes directions. It's called Don't Beat the Nog, and sung by Pat.
1, 2, 3, go.
The holidays brighten our home once again. Can there be any happier season? And the happiest guy is our old Uncle Ben, and for him there's a very good reason. For that is when he gets his old recipe from his Flavorite drinks he's been logging. He whistles a tune as he whips out his spoon and announces, okay, let's get nogging. Now we know the score, 'cause we've been there before, and we all are considered enlisted. And he'll take control of the spoon and the chocolate bowl, and nobody has ever resisted. Like the Kaiser of old, all his minions he'll scold, till the product is tasty and fruitful, and we'll happily slave for the product we crave, a fabulous holiday snootful. And he said,
Don't beat the nog,
just stir it gently.
can't beat the nog.
It goes down so easy.
How about a holiday nip or two? Set yourself down and we'll tip a few. Careful or it'll be tipping you off your feet. Don't beat the nog,
You mustn't be hasty.
can't beat the nog.
That stuff's really tasty.
Say the right word and there'll be some more. Maybe a couple or three or four. Drink 'em until you can't see the floor or your feet.
He gathers the fixins that he will be mixin'. The choicest ingredients are lined up, and his helpers are tipping when they should be sipping, and most are sufficiently wind up. For better or worse, the milk goes in first, and it's laced with a shot of vanilla. And the recipe begs him for 4 uncooked eggs. You're in luck if you like salmonella. Then a small molded can of a finely aged rum, a liter or 2 ought to do it. Mix some sugar so sweet, and the nog is complete, with a ritual skull added to it. There's a point where the skull takes its holiday toll, a point where you feel kind of foggy, and your eyeballs are crossed, and your memory's lost. You're not tipsy, you're just feeling noggy. And he said,
Don't beat the nog,
just stir it gently.
can't beat the nog.
It goes down so easy.
How about a holiday nip or two? Set yourself down and we'll tip a few. Careful or it'll be tipping you off your feet. Don't beat the nog,
You mustn't be hasty.
can't beat the nog.
That stuff's really tasty.
Say the right word and there'll be some more. Maybe a couple or 3 or 4. Careful or it'll be 6 or 4 on your feet. This nog's really sweet, a holiday treat. It cannot be beat.
Thank you.
Our next tune deals with a problem. A man finds out that his wife is obsessed with another man, one that he cannot compete with. It's impossible. Red coat, black boots, big beard. He knows he can't do it. This is called Santa Claus, You Devil You. Santa Claus, you devil you.
My baby caught you sneaking down our chimney flue. She saw you wink, she couldn't think, her mind a blur. You cast your spell, and then she fell, you dazzled her.
Santa Claus, you devil you.
Santa Claus, you bon vivant. Your flashy bling is everything that a girl could want. Your glitz Claus, your ho-ho-hos, they turned her head. Santa Claus, you devil, you. Runway scene is what I mean. I could see you in the GQ magazine. In her eyes, I'm second prize. What can I do compared to you? I'm number 2. Santa Claus, you devil, you. Santa Claus, you're what I fear. She goes a little nutsy for a cheesy beer. And I'm aware that I don't share your grand physique. Your profile view contributes to that Claus mystique. Santa Claus, you devil. Santa Claus, you gotta know, you caused a fuss and one of us has gotta go. The time has come for me to drum you out of here. So grab your sack and don't come back until next year. Santa Claus, you devil, you. No more tricks from old Saint Nick. Amazon will send our presents just as quick. So what do you say? No need to stay. Just find your way back to your sleigh and fly away. Santa Claus, you devil, you. Santa Claus, you devil, you. Santa Claus, you devil, you. Santa Claus, you devil, you.
I always get such a kick out of that song, you know. This guy is morbidly obese and old as dirt, plus a red suit. All I can say, Scott, is you got some work.
I thought you were talking about me.
Yeah,
Wait, where are you going with this?
you got some serious work to do.
Hot Santa.
I hope you out there in TV land can remember October 2020. It's not that long ago. I'll remind you, that was the day when we received 6.9 inches of snow, set an all-time record for a one-day snowfall in October. Combine that with the snow that we had gotten before, and it set an all-time record for snowfall in October, period. Wet, heavy stuff. You couldn't move it with a snow blower because it just plugged up. And so there's really basically only one way to get rid of it. And that was to get out the shovel. Back-breaking work. Either that or just let it melt. That would have been a better idea. Anyway, it's inspiration for a little song we're going to call Shovelin' Snow.
the north wind continues to blow. The sun has gone AWOL for 17 days in a row. The weather report for tomorrow is worse than the one for today. Wisconsin is buried in snow and it won't go away. The plow came a-rumbling through at 4:45. So now there's a mountain of snow at the end of our drive. I know I will have to remove it. There's no way to count on the sun. That plow will be back with some more just as soon as I'm done. Winter, cold, cold winter. Winter, cold, cold winter. On guitar. My daddy said, son, there are things about life you should know. Don't use your back, use your legs when you're shoveling snow. I'm talking about winter survival. I'm telling you all that I know. Don't stick your tongue on the pump when it's 20 below. Christmas at Grandma's, the family's ready to go. It's over the river through woods that are covered with snow. The family van is still frozen. It's dead at the end of our drive. We could take the horse and the sleigh, but we'd never survive. Winter, cold, cold winter. Winter, cold, cold winter. Winter, cold, cold winter.
Thank you.
Our next tune, everybody, has to do with a family thing. I grew up in a very small town. Both of my grandmas lived within walking distance of my house. And I knew if I walked down about a couple of blocks that Grandma was always good for a cookie. And she knew also, she truly believed that if she put raisins in the cookie, then they were healthy for you. And we could get a cookie if we were feeling bad or if we were feeling good, a reward for good schoolwork or just about anything. And Warren Hermanson, who, by the way, has written all but one of the songs you are hearing today, has penned a family sentiment in this, have a cookie.
I was just a little tyke, trying to learn to ride a bike in the summer.
In the summer,
While I was riding wild and free, my mama hovered over me. What a bummer.
what a bummer.
And then the ground began to spin, rising up to greet my chin. All the world could hear me cry. I was sure that I would die. That's when
Grandma came to see the monumental tragedy that ruined my summer. Have a cookie. I heard my grandma sweetly whisper, have a cookie. It'll brighten up your day. Have a cookie and make the boo-boos go away. All your pain and misery will be a distant memory. Have a cookie. Put a smile upon your face and have a cookie. Puts you in your happy place. It only hurts if you will let it. By tomorrow you'll forget it. Have a cookie.
So the football game is over and those stupid Vikings won. Yeah, we blew it.
Yeah, we blew it.
And like the turkey that we roasted, my pathetic team was done, and I knew it.
Yeah, we knew it.
And then I watched the ugly scene as they stripped the carcass clean. I was sprawling in my chair, I was bawling in despair.
That's when Grandma said to me, the monumental tragedy had nothing to it. Have a cookie. I heard my grandma sweetly whisper, have a cookie. It'll brighten up your day. Have a cookie and make the boo-boos go away. All your pain and misery will be a distant memory. Have a cookie. Put a smile upon your face and have a cookie. Puts you in your happy place. It only hurts if you will let it. By tomorrow you'll forget it. Have a cookie.
Another Christmas time will be a time for friends and family, feeling cheerful.
Feeling cheerful.
I hear the warning from my spouse, the gang is coming to our house. I'm getting fearful.
Getting tearful.
My folks are staying for a week. They're arriving as we speak. Makes the total number 10. I'll be sleeping in the den. That's when Grandma came to see the monumental tragedy could leave me tearful. Have a cookie.
I heard my grandma sweetly whisper, have a cookie. It'll brighten up your day. Christmas cookies. And wash it down with Shea Buffet. All your friends and family will be a distant memory. Have a cookie. Put a smile upon your face and have a cookie. Put you in your happy place. It only hurts if you will let it. By tomorrow you'll forget it.
Chocolate chips and raisins, you know it's just amazing.
Oreos with double stuff, I can never get enough.
Oven baked is way too slow. I prefer some cookie dough.
Have a cookie.
Beautiful. I'll tell you, this is the best group I sang with all night. Now, again, Herm wrote these songs, and he's a very talented guy, and he's got that great Swedish background. And when he talked about this song, I was a little kind of dismayed because the title of this is Dysfunctional Family Christmas. And sometimes that Swede comes out and, you know, he talks like this and that. And so when he said dysfunctional family Christmas, I thought it was about a very functional working like my family. Now, in my family, on the holidays, we play a game called Pacino. Some of you may do puzzles and maybe you get around the piano and sing, but you know, we kind of have this thing that we do. This Pacino is really fun. You know, it's like you get out the bingo stuff and we buy all these presents that can't be more than $3, and you wrap them up, and we've got tons of them, you know, and then we've got everybody around the table, and we play basically bingo. And when you get a bingo, you get to choose one of these presents, and you rip it apart, and you find you get like, I got hemorrhoid cream. And it's, everybody kind of laughs, and then by the time we get done at the end, it's kind of, well, okay, we'll put these back in this box, and we'll use those again next year for Pekino, and then all the other, if there's something that you do want, you kind of can take it along. And so, it's kind of structured like that. Well, this song is absolutely nothing like that. This song brings us into the home of, again, not dysfunctional family, but dysfunctional family Christmas that occurred. So kind of picture this as like Kardashians or, maybe Below Deck or something like that, where there's so much drama, it's unbelievable. So I hope you enjoy this, and I'm sorry, Herm, for getting that wrong, but...
you just don't speak Swedish,
it was
that's
your
all.
fault.
Yeah.
Mama starts a talking and she never takes a breath. If anyone would listen, she would talk herself to death. And Grandma's at the table, you can see him nod his head. You can bet your bottom buck he never heard a word she said. And Tina's in her bedroom and she won't come out to eat. She'd rather be a necking with that loser down the street. And Mama keeps a talking to a steady beat at our annual family Christmas. Chair and snoring up a storm. The dogs are laying on his feet to keep his tootsies warm. And Rover's at the table too, he knows he shouldn't beg. He's about to get a kick as he's romancing Mama's leg. And Uncle Dan is shooting photos at a steady pace. The rest of us are yelling, get that thing out of our face. If you take another picture, I'll get out the family mace at our annual family Christmas. At a table of their own. Those hooligans will eat with us when they are fully grown. They polished off the apple pie, they never cut a slice. Then they piled the dishes on the floor and started shooting dice. Now Bubba says he knows the rules, the rest should give him thanks. But now he owns a couple tracks and 7 piggy banks. And Mama keeps a talking to the family things at our annual family Christmas. Our dysfunctional family Christmas.
Oh, that was just beautiful, just beautiful.
Can't you just picture that? Couple of cars out in the yard. Beautiful. Decorated, holiday.
Absolutely. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So this next song, one day we were discussing themes for songs that Warren could write about. And again, he tries to kind of get us involved in the process. None of us has any talent in writing except for him. But we try to give him ideas. And somehow it came up, interestingly enough, how some people leave their holiday decorations up all year long. And we kind of discussed how that's wrong. There should be a law, well, at least an ordinance. And so in dealing with this, we kind of came up with this song that Herm did, and we kind of adjusted and adapted a little bit. And for some reason, somehow it ended up with this Eastern European flavor to it. We're going to feature Ken Rogers on a balalaika. I'd never heard of it before either.
I thought it was about baklava. That's what I thought.
That's what I, yeah,
right?
exactly. Which is very tasty also. But we hope that you'll enjoy this and Nostrovia.
By the way, I have to say one thing. This song, the main inspiration came from our drummer, Scott, because his favorite activity each year is to go down into the basement, get the boxes out, and untangle all of the light cords. This is his favorite experience every year he goes through this. So that was part of it, too. So, okay, bring on the
I just buy
Russians.
new ones. I don't know why you guys don't think about the economy.
There we go. Got it. My daddy said, son, it's that time of the year when the Thanksgiving turkey is history. So now, says my spouse, bring a tree in the house. But to me, it's an unanswered mystery. So now there's a tree where the sofa should be. It's easy to see how it got there. There's sap on the door and there's sap on the floor. It dribbled its way to that spot there.
Oh, it's off we go. It's time for the next celebration. Ho, ho, it's on with the show. It's time for some new decorations. Hey!
Then up from the basement, a box big and wide, the one with the Christmassy border. And all of the lights for the tree are inside, residing in no special order. Untangle the strands, take the bulbs in your hands, the old-fashioned green, white, and red ones. You'll need quite a few of the ones that are new, 'cause you know there'll be plenty of dead ones.
Ho, ho, it's off we go. It's time for the next celebration. Ho, ho, it's on with the show. It's time for some new decorations. Hey!
My cat's in the tree and he's looking at me. My sweet talking wife goes ballistic.
Bite that red wire there and light up your hair.
Now that sounds just a tad bit sadistic. We water the tree, fill the cup faithfully, but the dog thinks the water's his own now. On the carpeted floor there are needles galore, 'cause the tree is as dry as a bone now.
Ho, ho, it's off we go. It's time for the next celebration. Ho, ho, it's on with the show. It's time for some new decoration. Ho, ho, it's off we go. It's time for the next celebration. Ho, ho, it's on with the show. It's time for some new decorations. Hey!
Oh, that was nice, too, so yes. We have to go back here a little bit. At the beginning, I said I was the old Swede. I was kind of lying. I'm only half Swede. My dad was 100% Swede, and my mom was 100% Norwegian. And you know the old saying that Swedes and Norwegians can never get along. That combination is bound to produce who knows what. Well, anyway, Grandma and Mom were stereotypical Norwegian women. Sturdy, stoic, practical, frugal, sensible, ufta. And when it came to giving presents, that philosophy was represented in their gift giving. This is called Grandma's Presents. Come this Christmas Eve, I am sure to receive Grandma's presents like those from the past. The gifts will be there like a package from care, guaranteed fully to last. While some girls and boys get their breakable toys, mine would weather the mightiest storm. Grandma's gifts sent to me would most assuredly be practical, frugal, and warm. Mittens, I got mittens, all fuzzy with Angora hair. Should the winter turn cruel as I trudged off to school, I'd face it with mittens to spare. Mittens, I got mittens, both attached to a string through the sleeve. So try as I may, they wouldn't go away. I'd have mittens till next Christmas Eve. My childhood flew by, and I reached junior high, where I wanted the best I could get. I expected to see gifts of pure luxury, while Daddy slipped deeper in debt. And there 'neath the tree was a package for me. What a fabulous prize could it hold? Wrapped in UPS brown, sent from Grandma's hometown. Maybe something in silver or gold. T-shirts, I got T-shirts, straight from the catalog store. They were bought through the mail on a pre-Christmas sale, with coupons to save on some more. T-shirts, I got T-shirts, with a message from grandmother's pen, on a card she retrieved from a T-shirt's left sleeve. Merry Christmas, inspected by 10. Come Christmas today, I'm embarrassed to say, with a present I act like a child. I give it a shake, and I trust it won't break, while letting my fancy run wild. And Grandma's surprise is a treat to my eyes. I imagine the beautiful things, like a vintage rosé or a fine Cabernet, maybe diamonds or rubies or rings. Neckties, I get neckties, with stripes that are 4 inches wide. They're a pre-40s look, and they come with a hook at the knot that's already been tied. Mittens, T-shirts, neckties, those presents bring tears to my eyes. I have never been missed, so I'll start next year's list with some mittens and T-shirts and ties. Grandma really wasn't quite that over the top.
Now, this next tune is really kind of the following holiday after, Christmas and Hanukkah and Kwanzaa. And don't forget Festivus. We got a lot of people now that have jumped on that bandwagon. But really, it's put it back on the rack days. So this is the celebration that occurs when you get all those crazy gifts over those holidays, and the ones that don't fit size-wise and otherwise, and so these are for those people that have to go and kind of go through that battle, and again, we would like to send out as many prayers as we possibly can to all those retail workers out there after Christmas. So this is called Put It Back on the Rack. Well, I get up at 7, go to work at 9, working for the man, and I'm doing overtime, and he's telling me, boy, you gotta watch your P's and Q's. Put a wink on your eye and a smile on your face. Say, have a nice day to the whole human race. I got to put it back on the rack. Give me something different, blue. Well,
Next up, customer 103. Quit your belly aching cause you got it for free. This is one little Santa's helper you ain't gonna abuse. Well, you take 'em and you give 'em back, you listen to 'em whine.
I'd like to put that package where the sun don't shine. I got to
Put 'em back on the rack, give me something different, blue.
Well, now the moms and dads are bringing back the toys. They tell me that they bought them for their little girls and boys, but they must have been given to some miniature wrecking crew. We sent it back, you told me, got a busted spoke. The wheel fell off and the pedals are broke. And if I don't get a refund, you're gonna make the evening new. Well,
Next up, customer 103. Quit your belly aching cause you got it for free. This is one little Santa's helper you ain't gonna abuse. Well, you take 'em and you give 'em back, you listen to 'em whine.
I'd like to put that package where the sun don't shine.
Put 'em back on the rack, give me something different, blue.
Ken Rogers. Now the clothes come back just as sure as can be. She hasn't worn a 6 since she married me, and those hot pants he bought her are something she would never use. Now the tie he's returning could light up a park. It comes with a battery and glows in the dark, and the neon suspenders are something he will never use. Well,
Next up, customer 103. Quit your belly aching cause you got it for free. This is one little Santa's helper you ain't gonna abuse. Well, you take 'em and you give 'em back, you listen to 'em whine.
like to put that package where the sun don't shine. I got to
Put 'em back on the rack, give me something different. Put 'em back on the rack, give me something different. Put 'em back on the rack, give me something different, blue.
Thank you, everyone applauding out there in internet land. We appreciate that a lot.
Hey, where are you guys from?
Where are we from?
Yeah, where are you guys from?
We are from Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Pat, don't you know that? Is your memory
is that
slipping
how
again?
it's pronounced? When I saw it written, I thought it was you, Claire.
Claire.
Well, our next song, everyone, has to do with a particular Christmas garment, the Christmas sweater. Now, I do not know the origin of the Christmas sweater. I do not know. I suspect that it probably started off as maybe like just a simple green sweater or a red sweater. But like a science experiment gone horribly, horribly wrong, it has morphed and evolved into even having ugly Christmas sweater stores around. Well, Warren Hermanson could not let this phenomena go untouched by his pen. So, for your listening enjoyment, here is On the Lovely Christmas Sweater That She Wore.
took my little darling to a party Friday night to celebrate the Christmas holiday. The way the folks were staring told my honey she was quite the center of attraction right away. They admired her attire. It was plain for all to see that her sweater stole the center stage at this year's revelry. 'Twas the perfect fit in cable knit, with ornaments and fluff, with its pearls and curls and fancy pearls and all that kind of stuff. She had stars a twinkling round her neck, her waist was lined with snow. Where the elves were sledding, you don't really wanna know. And Santa and his reindeer were a-flying round her chin, with Rudy's nose a-flashing and the sleigh bells jingling. Yes, the bells that graced my bonny lass made everybody look, for they chimed and rhymed in perfect time with every step she took. There were ringing bells and singing bells and decibels galore on the lovely Christmas sweater that she wore, on the lovely Christmas sweater that she wore. A music box was nestled in a tiny little wreath, a never-ending carol whined from somewhere underneath. The holly and the ivy were entwined around her sleeves, with scores of tiny snowflakes blinking through the tiny leaves. With the lights that shine and tunes that wind, the voltage from the show surely would have killed the ever-ready bunny long ago. There were silver bells and cockle shells and tassels by the score on the lovely Christmas sweater that she wore, on the lovely Christmas sweater that she wore. That shine and tunes that wind, the voltage from the show surely would have killed the ever-ready bunny long ago. There were silver bells and cockle shells and tassels by the score on the lovely Christmas sweater that she wore, on the lovely Christmas sweater that she wore, on the lovely Christmas sweater that she wore. Everything but the kitchen sink hanging on it.
Okay, well, we're kind of getting near the end here, and we've been doing all of his songs, and so now I'd like to do one that I wrote.
Yeah, way to go, yeah.
Well, okay, I wrote it on a piece of paper once, and so that kind of counts. But we'd like to feature this song. It's recorded by a little-known artist just to earn a little Christmas money to buy his mother a car. If I remember correctly, I think it was a baby blue Cadillac. So this one's here's for you, Mama. And thank you. And thank you very much. I'll have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue just thinking about you. Decorations of love on a green Christmas tree won't be the same, dear, if you're not here with me. And when those blue snowflakes start falling, that's when those blue Christmas of white, but I'll have a blue, 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 blue Christmas. Oh, my darling, I'm just wondering, are you lonesome tonight? As for me, I'm staying at the Heartbreak Hotel down in the ghetto, thinking about my burning love for you. You know, I feel like a hound dog for not being with you, so I put on my blue suede shoes and I walked through the snow down to a little church and found myself crying in the chapel. Now, don't be cruel about not being together, because I'll get all shook up. You know, I can't help falling in love with you, so just know that you're always on my mind. And when those blue snowflakes start falling, that's when those blue memories start calling. You'll be doing alright with your Christmas of white, but I'll have a blue, blue, blue Christmas. Yes, I'll have a blue, 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 blue Christmas. I'll have a blue, 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 blue Christmas. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hey, we've come to the end of the program. We have one more number for you. And at this point, I want to take this opportunity to thank Evan Middlesworth, AJ Moen, Sarah Becker, haven't seen lately, and the staff that was here putting this whole show together for us. I tell you, they're the greatest bunch to work with. It was a real privilege to be here. So thank you to everybody. And wishing all you people out there in TV land a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And we're going to finish with our signature song. Take it away. My daddy never liked the thought of Christmas, with fancy foods and all those silly frills, the crowded shopping malls and singing deck the halls and paying all those extra Christmas bills. But what really drove my pa into a frenzy was the tinkling of each tiny reindeer bell, when the patter of each hoof laid upon my daddy's roof. I can still remember hearing Daddy yell, "Get those reindeer off my roof, you silly fat man. There's no telling what those animals might do. Well, your reindeer total 8, and your sleigh is overweight, so get off of there before you tumble through. Keep that red-nosed clown from tearing up my shingles. I want you gone before the laughing stops. Well, the folks ain't used to sights such as yours in Putnam Heights, so get off of there before I call the cops."
Don't tie that loaded sleigh up to my chimney. You could have parked that thing and used the door. What's more, that stupid sack is plugging up my stack, and your sooty feet are tracking up the floor. It's gonna take my wife a month of Sundays to fix the roof and clean up all your mess. What's worse, that noise you make is keeping me awake.
Next year you send that stuff by UPS. Get those reindeer off my roof, you silly fat man. There's no telling what those animals might do. Well, your reindeer total 8, and your sleigh is overweight, so get off of there before you tumble through. Keep that red-nosed clown from tearing up my shingles. I want you gone before the laughing stops. Well, the folks ain't used to sights such as yours in Putnam Heights, so get off of there before I call the cops. Still, our stockings all were filled on Christmas morning. There was even something for the family pooch. There a truck for Brother Will and a doll for Baby Jill. Uncle Elmo got a bottle full of hooch.
There's a 5-pound box of chocolates for my mama. Brother Bobby got a nice new fishing pole. But outside upon the yard was a reindeer calling card, and my daddy's Christmas stocking filled with coal. Get those reindeer off my roof, you silly fat man. There's no telling what those animals might do. Well, your reindeer total 8, and your sleigh is overweight. So get off of there before you tumble through. Keep that red-nosed clown from tearing up my shingles. I want you gone before the laughing stops. Well, the folks ain't used to sights such as yours in Putnam Heights. So get off of there before I call the cops. So get off of there before I call the cops.
Thank you.
Shall we bow? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Up, 2, 3. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you, thank you. That's a wrap.